That's really bright.
Party, party, join us, join us. Party, party, join us, join us. Party, party, join us, join us. Shake your day away and you can party, party.
I bet we should.
Party! Yeah, no party it is. Party, party!
I don't know what to do about the brightness. Oh well. Um, hey everybody. So it's Tuesday. I've had an interesting day-ish. So on Friday, I found out that I didn't get my job, the one I applied for and had the interview for, and kind of ignored it all weekend. And Monday morning, when I was on my way to go babysit some more, Chris wasn't having a very good morning, and I was kind of bummed, and I was just in a kind of foul mood. And then I got this phone call from a store. It sells things. It's like a catalog place. It's multifunctional. It has like a temp service in it too. But anyway, yeah, I went down there for like an impromptu interview yesterday morning at like 10, and by the time I left, I had a job. It's good to have something, and I'll at least have a job locally, and then people will see that somebody trusts me around here, that I'm not some crazy psycho lunatic, and hopefully other people will hire me too. There's actually an opening for somebody to help take studio portraits. The ad hasn't run yet. I just know because I have insider information. Friends at the newspaper. So I'm gonna apply for that, and hopefully I'll get it. And that way I can have two jobs and actually be making money. And the sooner I make more money, the sooner we can get out of here. I have to kind of hurry this part of the blog along because I've already recorded something that I know is 5 minutes. So, good job with the bedhead challenges, guys. I'm going to try to wait to issue another one until the time is up for the bedhead one, which I think is at the end of July. I'm going to have to check, but I'm going to give Leah some more time to do it, then issue another one that I think is quite fun. And I'm actually impressed that I'm coming up with ideas for things. So, first, in response to Becca's 5 things. Here we go. So Becca decided she was going to do one of those 5 things challenges, and I've already done it on my personal channel. I'll put the link to the first one over there, but I figured I might as well do it again. So I'm titling this 5 More Things About Liz. So the first one is that I met James Marsters from Buffy. And if you guys don't know Buffy, then you're in bad shape. I'm just gonna say it. But I met him, we went to England for a sci-fi convention, and we got to do one of those, like, autograph and photo sessions, and he was really nice, and yeah, he's just a wonderful person. And this was right after season 5 ended, so he like gave us all kinds of spoilers that we weren't supposed to know, like the fact that Buffy was going to come back to life and that Spike was going to get his soul and all that kind of good stuff. So it was really worth going all the way to England for this. But number 1 leads to number 2, in that I was the first person to be licked by AlleyCast. My seeing James Marsters was the reason that Megs licked me at the House of Awesome Valentine's Day party, and pretty much got the ball rolling on the lick AlleyCast, and AlleyCast licks other people. So that's kind of cool. My next bit of information is that I was a model and an actress. You don't typically think of movies being filmed in New England very much, but I was in 7 movies. I only had 2 semi-lead type roles. One of them I didn't speak in. I was Lucy the Corpse in a movie called Joan of Arc Works at the Gap. Yeah, that movie was interesting. And then I've had, I think, 5 or 6 photo shoots. I like modeling. It's harder than acting because you actually have to, like, know what you look like when, you know, you're standing there. And I'm not really necessarily good at it. I like doing it. I would like to continue doing it. My 4th thing is that I have written 3 books. I published my first book. It was called Marie's Book of Spells. I used a pseudonym. My middle name is Marie. I then wrote my first poetry book, which was called Car Chases and Fake Baloney, and my second poetry book, which is called Apollo Weeps. And you can still get copies of Apollo Weeps by visiting my MySpace page. And the fifth thing you should know is that I'm not going to Terminus. The Wizrocklopedia doesn't meet their qualifications for press passes, and I can't afford to go because I'm already going to Portus, and I've been going to Portus since Prophecy. So, yeah. And then a while ago, Jen Summers wanted to see how well we coped while playing video games and vlogging at the same time. So Chris and I played some Guitar Hero, and I only have a few clips, but you can see the whole video. There's a link over there. It's not fabulously entertaining, but if you like watching people play video games and hearing us be stupid, you should check it out. No. Preferably something I can actually do. So is there anything you want to say to Rocketeers?
I was Rocketeers, I'm playing the tournament.
Do you miss with Rocketeers?
Not really.
What you been up to?
Playing the tournament.
I didn't really plan anything to say while we were playing, so
It's kind of hard to say when you're playing this.
I think that's part of the challenge. You just jinxed yourself. I did. I was very impressed. I also had a not so fantastic week last week. I mean, it was okay, but then I did something really stupid. So we've been getting ready for Portus, and that involves a lot of making t-shirts. And if you've been to AlleyCast.com recently, you've seen that Chris made like little pom-poms with googly eyes on a stick. We're calling them googly-eyed stick monsters. And door hangers that say I Heart AlleyCast on them. But we're going to be doing not just the podcast Palooza, but also something called the Portus Swap Meet. And it's where I can sell stuff that aren't AlleyCast related. So like Wizrocklopedia t-shirts and copies of my book and like fabulous fashions, bandanas, and things like that. So we made a bunch of Wizrocklopedia t-shirts, and we got about 8 done. And we started noticing that the paint wasn't going through the shirts. And if you see here, that it's not coming out. And then I then realized that this paint is not recommended for fabrics. It's for hard surfaces only. I ruined my screen. I had a good day at work. Today was my first day. The good news, the very best news, is that I can take a notebook and or my laptop to work with me. So that means I can work on my book while I'm at work. So I'm very excited about that, and hopefully I'll be able to do that tomorrow. Oh, I almost forgot. Becca, thank you so much for your challenge. Here, I'm doing it just like you were doing it. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else that I needed to say or address now. So I'm gonna go, but I'll see you guys next week.